Alright, I'm doing a little video on this. I just bought this. This is a real carbon fiber with heated steering wheel for a 2012 through 2014 Charger, Challenger, Wrangler. As you can see, I bought it from Black Mamba 2025. And it's funny because I just bought this. This came from Japan. I paid $400. It was $499 plus $60 for speed pack shipping. Japan orders usually take weeks and weeks. This took 11 days to get here from SpeedPack, so the $60 is well worth it. But it was $499 with the $60, but they raised the price in the last couple of days, I guess. But I just wanted to do a video on this. I'm going to do an install. I just got it. It's pretty nice. Just kind of showing you what's going on with it. Like I said, Black Mamba. You can do the monthly things. It's on eBay. Alright, before you start, make sure your climate control knobs are in the neutral position. Otherwise, if you disconnect the battery, which you're going to have to do before you start this process of removing this, you got to disconnect your battery. But make sure that these are in the neutral position, which is this one. It's all the way off. Top dead 12 and top dead 12. That's all neutral. So if you disconnect your battery, you shouldn't have ticking after where it messes up your actuators from disconnecting the battery, and these aren't in the neutral position. But if you disconnect the battery and these are in the neutral position, you're pretty good to go. In order to take this off, there's these little covers right here. Just gonna pry them open. There's 10mm bolts. And another one that says so both sides, and remove a 10mm. This will come off. And these things are a pain in the ass to get off. You're gonna have, when it's in there, you gotta stick something in the little hole right here and pull back. You can see it's got a flat basically, but there's the 10mm head. We're gonna be removing on each side. Okay, once I've cracked it, I'm gonna do it by hand without the ratchet. Do the same to the other side. Other side, crack loose. So now we're gonna transfer this stuff over to this. And to remove these, and this cover right here, it's a 3mm head, and a 3mm head on each side. Actually, you can use this, but it just would take a long time. This is a 3mm. I'm going to use torque heads, and this is a T20. It's perfect. Alright, we got a little setup going. A little hard to get off. Except with this. And so forth. There's the last of it. The last. Get those two, put those right there. Let's see what we got. We got two more right here. Okay, flipping it over, this should come off. There's one. And these should just wiggle off. Okay, there's one. This one. There's two. Okay. So we're going to have to disconnect both of these and set these aside. And when I grab from the back, I can't do it with one hand, so I'm going to do it with two, but just know it's a quick shot right here. Right there. Alright, we got these. Let's set these aside. I did buy some carbon fiber pieces for those. For all three pieces to cover that and those two. So we'll see what happens with that. So we're at this point. Okay, and now to get this black plastic backing off, there's little like just push back for like little grippers, but I can't do it with one hand and pull. So, but just know there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The best way to do it is by using a screwdriver to push one down on the bottom and then push it down, and the top will slide off after. So we're going to transfer this stuff behind this one. Just make sure all your wires are out of the way when you're pulling it off, and you might have to disconnect it down there in the plastic little holders. To get this off of here, there is one plastic zip tie, a real small black one. You're gonna have to cut that and probably just add one. They're inexpensive. I'm sure if you're a car guy, you're gonna have some extra zip ties, small ones. But to get this off, you gotta cut that zip tie. Okay, well we got it. So you're probably gonna wanna. There we go. It's free. So naked is this bad boy. Oh! I actually think I'm going to paint this black just to make it look better, so it's going to delay my process for a couple hours. I'm going to give it a quick shot of black. Okay, since I have this wiring out that goes to the steering wheel, I'm going to tap into this wire, the 12 volt and the ground in this that goes into the steering wheel or the clock spring. When you're in your car and you're looking at it, it sits in your car like this. The second pin, here's 1 pin, and up here's the 6th pin. It's labeled, but you can't really see it. But this purple one that's on the 2nd pin, that's your power, your 12 volt constant, and the 3rd one is a white one, a white wire with a yellow stripe. That's going to be your ground. So we already know that. So I'm going to tap into that with some of these. You are going to have to strip back some of this black tape to get to these wires that you're going to tap into. You can solder it. You can do whatever you want. I'm just going to do it this way with some of these. But make it happen. Alright, so here's one. And I'm using one of these and then connect it with this. So I'm going to put a power wire to here and the ground to this one. But I'm going to tap into it with this first. And then this, I can just remove them if I want to, you know. So got the other one on. And then, like I said, I'm going to kick a, this is the ground. I marked it with a black. This is going to be the power. But you just slide this onto there. And you can take it on and off. Boop, boop, boop. On the steering wheel, you're going to come with 3 wires. Of course, this is the ground. You're going to snip that off because we're going to put it into this. And the red one we're going to use. This blue one we're not going to use. This is for like, you can use this as a power too, but I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to snip it and connect it to this one since the purple one is for power. And that's how you wire this up. You don't need the blue one, or you could use the blue one, that's up to you, but this is for the one that they say to use, is the red one for constant. Putting this on here like this, like I said. Now we're going to cut this off and do the same to the ground as this. Got them done. Ground and positive. This one I'm going to tie back, cut off, whatever. And on this smart box, this is another wire you can use to, I guess, to power it up. But I'm not going to use that. Okay. This 3rd blue wire that I'm not using, I taped it up. You can do that or cut it off, but I want to save it just in case. Here's the power and ground. Now we're going to install this on the back of it and start running the harness for it. It's ready to be installed. Getting these little black tabs to lock on here, you almost feel like it's not going to fit, but it does. You just got to slide the top 2 first in, or this into there first, and then push these from the back and the front real hard. You'll see if you're doing this. You're going to go, oh shit, it doesn't fit, but it does. Alright, I got it wired up and the backing on. So now I'm going to put these on and go from there. Using some wax and grease remover for these to put on these carbon fiber cover pieces for this. I'm gonna clean the next one and put them on. Make sure you put this weight right here. Here's this. I connected this little one, this larger white one, and I'm gonna tie this down, or bolt them down, screw them down. This too. And make sure that you know that the long screws that hold these ones on, they're the long ones, and the short ones are for here. Alright, got it all pretty much ready to go. I'm going to install these now for the side and right here and there. Alright, I got these on now. Looks pretty damn good. Trying to get the right light, but I like it. I'm feeling it. I'm going to put it in the car now. So, now, we just got to hold these wires and slide them to this slot right here, and then connect these wires, and that's it. And bolt it down, of course, with this nut. Alright, it's on. Looks pretty damn good. I really like it, actually. I'm not a fan of carbon fiber on these, what I've seen on their standard stock wheel, but it looks good like this. It gives it character. Alright, so I'm gonna try to turn it on. I'm gonna do a few things. I'll get back. We are gonna put this back in now. It slides like this, and that nut. This just sits in there like that. And once you get this through there, it holds it into place. And tighten this down pretty damn snug. I'm gonna do it with two hands, but you know. So here's the wires that we tapped into. And this just goes right back here. Right there. And this little black one. Clip goes in here. Let me see how it goes. I gotta get it right. Actually, this black one is for the airbag cover. I don't know why I thought it was there. Alright, so should have power. I'm gonna connect these up, and then I'm gonna connect the OBD2 reader smart box. I just saw the LED lights go on as I powered it up, so that's extremely positive. So I'm gonna kind of tuck these back a little bit till I put the airbag back on. I do, like I mentioned before, that I do have a custom airbag coming pretty soon, and it takes like a month, so it's been 2 weeks already, so can't wait to get that back in. But I got the old one right here, of course, and I'm gonna plug in the smart box to see if we can get it to work completely. Here's the smart box. I'm hoping that it's gonna power up, and I think it does, because I plugged it into the car the other day just to see if any power went, and this blue light flashed twice. So I'm hoping that's gonna do it. I hope I don't have to run another wire for this. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see in a second. Bam, we got it. You don't need no power for that. Just plug it in. Comes with the dual splitter. I got Maestro also on my car, so it plugs in for that. Like that. I'm gonna tuck this up into the thing, so you can see. And that, how to pair it is like this. Here's this stuff. And right here, connecting it, you hold both buttons on each side. Oh, hold on. Let's pull this little sticky, the ooey gooey off. Oh, yeah, smooth move. Oh, shit, bitches. So let me just, I got my kids in the back. I don't know if I can start the car yet. Okay, I'm going to see about starting this and seeing what happens. There we go. There's the lights. Welcome. RPM. We got him on. Okay, I won't run your cars over. Okay. Cool. So I'm just gonna put the airbag back on, like I said, the stock one, until I get my other one, and drive it for 2 weeks, which is the wait time for this custom airbag. But shit, man, we got it. I'm gonna put the stock one back on till the next one, and I'll finish the video with my new custom airbag. All right, and I'm tucking the smart box behind this shield, heat shield. I'm just gonna stick it up under here somewhere and let it rest. And that's pretty much it. And putting the airbag back on. I did disconnect the battery again because I did have power to it. And then I'm gonna put the airbag cover on the stock one, and I'm done. You don't even have to remove this breastplate. Just this thing to get to your OBD2 reader. And I got them both in there tucked away, going up into there. So it's good. And then I'll just put this back on, and the little side panels that came off right here to get this off. Super easy. This model is actually a lot easier than I thought. Real easy. Alright, got it all nice and put back together. Just waiting for the systems to power down after turning the battery off or unplugging it, so I can put the airbag back on so it's safe. Alright, got the airbag on. About to connect the battery. This is what it looks like with the stock airbag. I don't like this, so I'm just waiting for the other one, and I'll be showing that when it comes in 2 weeks. Doesn't look bad, but I just don't like this. Wish it was smaller, like the 2015 and this is a 2012 Dodge Challenger. This will work for Chargers as well, and probably Durango. And here's some directions for your pairing. And then here's your controls and what it does. It does a lot of stuff, actually. Shit. But this is what it is, and this is what it does. These are the buttons. And that's what they do when you press long or short. Someone might not have the directions and bought this second hand. These directions are going to be good for you if you have the smart box that's hidden up under there. Alright, my custom airbag finally came in yesterday. I installed it. I did make a video of it if you want to check it out. It's on my channel. And this is the end of the video for this, for the install for this, and what it looks like with the custom airbag. Like and subscribe. I got a bunch of stuff on Challengers that would work with Chargers and other Mopars.